gotta be sideways and stuff?
Benny? That's the way Benny sit in the classroom. With his back towards the teacher.
But Benny put in
Okay,
work.
so you get to upload that part then.
You put in the work.
Alright, my name is Quincy Jones, and I'm going to be talking about the advantages of video games. Many adults may think it's a waste of time to play video games. They assume that kids are just skipping school to play video games and doing worse in school and not going outside as much. But there are actually a lot of advantages to playing video games. There is decision making, social benefits, reducing stress, and if you work hard, there's even jobs available. So with the decision making, is self-explanatory. While playing the game, you go through a series of tests, sometimes that that you have to make decisions here and there, and you have to make good ones in order to win the game. David DeSalvo had a study that he grabbed 152 youth teams and had them play random video games. Some with violence, some puzzles, some non-violent ones, and they all ended up showing the same signs. Prefrontal cortex actually grew for the people who played the video games. Prefrontal cortex is the control center for the brain. He also saw a development in the FEF, which is the left frontal eye field. The left frontal eye field is for hand-eye coordination. So when this increases, they're better at catching the ball or doing other sport activities that they might want to take part in. So it helps you with that. There are also social benefits. Social benefits, shy kids usually can't go out and talk to people just on the streets. So the video game enables them to interact with people and work on social skills. During their video game play, they have to work together with other players to reach a common goal. Either kill a certain amount of people or reach a certain point with your teammates. There are cases of people who play video games actually proving that they're more social. There was a case that they grabbed two kids. They had one kid play a non-social video game. They had another kid play a social video game. And later on in the day, they found out that the kid who played the social video game offered the experimenter his helping hand if he needed it, or he picked up a box of crowns for the experimenter instead. And the person who played the unsocial game didn't interact with the experimenter as much. Another case is they did the same exact thing. The person who played the non-experimental or the non-social game sat back while an ex-boyfriend of the experimenter, they set this up. An ex-boyfriend of the experimenter came in and started screaming at the experimenter, and they wanted to see how the test subject would react. The non-social test subject, he didn't interact with the person at all. But the person who played the social game stepped in, helped the lady, and made sure that the ex-boyfriend didn't get too rough with her. So that was a big experiment that led to what they wanted to show. Another thing is 70% of people play with friends. So that's over half of the game population playing with a friend. So obviously you have to be social. And when you're playing with a friend, you have to join up with other random people, get into a chat, talk to people, learn how to play, tell people what to do. Sometimes there's even a chance for leadership roles. So these leadership roles, they enable people to take lead. So in order to take lead, you have to know how to talk to people. You have to have good communication. You have to have some sense of relationships with these people. You have to build some sort of relationship with these people. Stress reliever is a big part of video games as well. They believe that playing video games relieves stress for the players. There are tests that have been done, such as the test in 2010. They grabbed 103 adults or young adults. They put them through, or they had them do a difficult task. Then they had them play random games. They had non-violent, violent, violent. They had MOBAs. They had just different types of games to see how they would come back to the task. They realized that the people who played the violent games actually came back to the task more level-headed because they were able to release some of this aggression. But the people who played non-violent games, they also came into the task not as level-headed, but they were still relieved of a little bit of stress that the task brought on. The guy who did this experiment was named Christopher Ferguson. He realized that violent games reduce stress through mood management. He also realized that people play games to escape reality. With the last one, lucrative jobs, people don't realize that video games are making an outcome. There's a lot of people that make a lot of money playing video games. There's an app called Twitch that people stream on 24/7. They make money per subscriber. They make $5 per subscriber. People have up to 5,000 subscribers, and $5 a month per subscriber. People have up to 5,000 subscribers. So if you do the math, that's a lot of money. And then some of those people are even professional players. So you stack on the Twitch on top of the professional contract that they have with their sponsor, then that's even more money. Some of these contracts range from $1,000 a month to $10,000 a month, and that could be a lot of money if you're willing to put in the work to do it. In conclusion, parents should know more about video games. You always hear about the parents who tell their kids to stop playing video games and go do some homework. I mean, that's all good and stuff, but video games can lead to some beneficial acts, some beneficial things. I think people should give games a chance and be willing to let their kids and other people